Every 75 years, a fiery wander from the outer fringes of space approaches the solar system and passes within a few million miles of the Earth. Halley's Comet, bound on its endless flight through the vast void between the stars. In November 1835, while the visitor was blazing across the sky, down on the little planet called Earth, another visitor was making his appearance in the humble home of John Marshall Clemens in the little town of Florida, Missouri.
All right now, dear?
Yes, Judge. She'll be all right.
And him, the little one.
He's so small and delicate, but I reckon he'll make out. We'll call him Samuel, after your father.
Yes, dear. Samuel Clemens. This may be an omen. Tonight, Halley's Comet starts back on its journey into the unknown. Perhaps our son's name is destined to blaze across the world like that fiery star.
The broad Mississippi flowed through Sam Clemens' childhood, and it molded his character. As a young man, he became a pilot on one of the picturesque steamers that plied between St. Louis and the Gulf, and he began to feel within himself the surge of the great river, a swift, deep current that was to carry him on to greatness and eternal fame. But greater and stronger than the current of the river was the tide of lusty, hard-fisted American civilization, rolling ever westward as it consumed the wilderness. In the vanguard of the pioneer flood went young Sam Clemens to Angels Camp, California, the heart of the gold fields. But Sam was more interested in digging up stories than in digging up nuggets.
Coleman had a frog, which he claimed was the jumpingest frog in Calaveras County. So he got to bragging one day, and the stranger bet $50 that his frog could outjump Coleman's frog. So they set the contest for the next day. But that night, the stranger sneaks over to Coleman's house, and he steals his frog, and he fills him up with buckshot that he couldn't jump no way at all. So the next morning when the contest coming off, Coleman's frog kind of shut down, just a kind of sleeping like that. Instead of the stranger's frog, he buckles up and gets out like a kangaroo and leaves Coleman's frogs a-sitting there. And the stranger win the $50.
That's a good yarn. Somebody ought to write it up.
Sam, you'd ought to do it. It'd be better than them newspaper pieces of yourn.
Boys, I believe I will. It's about time I branched out.
What would you call it, Sam?
Why, I don't know. I think I'd call it the Jumping Frog of Calaveras County.
Might make the name of Sam Clemens famous.
I'm not going to use the name of Clemens, boys. I'm going to sign it Mark Twain.
Mark Twain?
Yeah. It's an old Mississippi River term. A pilot's call signifying 2 fathoms, 12 feet of water. It's a mighty pleasant sound to hear on a dark night. It meant safe water.
So, under the name of Mark Twain, Sam Clemens wrote the story of the Jumping Frog. And strange as it seems, the homely tale of old Ben Coon started the name of Twain on the road to literary fame. The Jumping Frog caught the public fancy, and more stories followed. The years rolled by, and the prophecy of the comet that had lighted his way into the world was fulfilled. The name and fame of Mark Twain spread to the ends of the earth. Twain's favorite workshop was his bed, and it was here that the beloved characters came to life. Tom Sawyer and his brother in adventure, Huck Finn. The little prince who traded places with the pauper lad. The Connecticut Yankee who wandered into King Arthur's court. Eternal fame was his, but Mark Twain never forgot the herald of the skies, his comet. In 1907, at the Savage Club in London, he expressed a strange desire.
And so, gentlemen, there are two freaks in nature which nobody has ever been able satisfactorily to account for. One is Halley's comet, and the other is Mark Twain. I came in when the comet, when it appeared last in 1835. And when it returns 3 years hence, I shall be a very disappointed man if I don't go out with it.
On April 20th, 1910, the mysterious messenger of his birth year appeared in the night sky.
Be brave, my dear.
Clara.
Yes, Father.
Can you please sing me that old Scotch song? You know, the one.
Yes, Father.
And so, as Halley's comet reached its zenith and started back on its journey into the unknown, the spirit of Mark Twain went on to a greater life and a greater adventure. As he had entered the world with the comet, so he went out with it. Strange, incredible, but true.